Hi guys, this is Tari. Welcome back to this new video in the Tari Talks series. Today we are here to talk and discuss some theories regarding SMG4 and its upcoming movie. Before we talk about what's happening to Tari and all the other characters, let's go back through her old videos so we can understand what might actually happen. Let's start with the video, SMG4. We interrupt this broadcast. The video begins with SMG4 announcing the construction of a new castle, which will happen only when he becomes rich. But thanks to the help of Mario, who borrowed money from Marty, work finally begins. In addition to this news, we notice Maggie, together with Tari, who has lost her beanie. SMG4 wants to plan a vacation with the remaining money, and all the characters want to go to different places. Maggie arrives to ask her friends for help, but they ignore her. Thanks to a video on Luigi's phone, they managed to figure out who stole the beanie, and it was a gang of Inklings who were spreading terror in the museum. Tari wants to help Maggie. In fact, he is her coach, but he forces her to stay put and wait. After recovering her beanie, Maggie asks the Inklings why they stole her hat, but with Tari's arrival, the villains manage to escape. Behind them is the statue of Maggie's hero, One Shot Ren, who is still a legend to her, but is no longer a legend to others. The two friends want to find him and discover that the beanie has his address written in it. As they arrive, they discover that his house has been destroyed and surrounded by yellow tape. The only room still intact is the one where there is an old TV set that turns on when Maggie arrives. The TV shows a video of the Old West, specifically, town of Western Spaghetti, with One Shot Ren in it, who turns out to be a cowboy. While Maggie rejoices at discovering the whereabouts of her hero, Tari wonders how the TV magically turned on, but they ignore this. The two friends join the others who were about to leave for PP Island, but they change course to the Old West. Now let's talk about the second video, SMG4, Ready to Ride. The video starts with the image of the moving train, and we will talk about this later because this scene is connected with another video. Maggie incites Tari, who is still not sure about the presence of One Shot Ren. Mario tries to play along with his brother Luigi, but gets stuck on a book and asks Maggie if he has seen any food.
Say, I'm hungry. Have you got any food?
The two wander through the wagons looking for food, until they arrive at the cafeteria, which, however, is protected by Chris and Swag, who foil all of Mario's plans. Maggie takes his friend back, but as they were returning to their wagon, Mario is amazed at all the potatoes Shroomy had. The same reaction is provoked by Bob, who forces Boopkins to follow him. After this bad decision, the whole wagon goes against the two miscreants and Bob blames his innocent friend. Mario, taking advantage of the disorder that has distracted the passengers, steals the food. Meanwhile, Luigi becomes a cowboy and Maggie cannot find Tari. After many carriages, she manages to find her friend, who has had a panic attack, and Maggie thinks it was the train's fault and wants to take medicine. To get to that room, she is forced to scream at her friends, who freeze like statues, and in the background we hear the sound of a television set, just like the one in the old video.
Hello? Hello?
With Tari's arrival, however, everyone starts moving again. The video ends with the image of the TV set saying, "Go to the bottom of the description." At the end of the description we can find a direct link to the Steam workshop that leads to a file that weighs 1.1 gigabytes. The file is called help.bsp and is a map created by Glitch Productions, or SMG4, and his team. The preview image in the Steam shop is like what the TV shows in the two videos. The map is the same as that of the train in the video we have discussed so far, only, upon investigating further, we find that at the beginning of the train, there is indeed the TV set. If we reflect, however, the latter we even saw it in the movie. SMG4, it's gotta be perfect, which cheated SMG4 because of that malicious keyboard. Then we also have a hidden room with Tari, who is having a panic attack, but if you get close to her the game crashes. The map has also been updated these days, and if we approach SMG4's character, we can observe a date on her computer, November 4th, 2017. This date is related to the video SMG4, Wild Mario, a video also in the Old West that starts just like the last one that was released. We have one last video that was released by SMG4 not many hours ago, which has the same name as the Steam file, namely, Help Me. However, the video earlier was represented as the trailer for the new movie. In fact, it starts with Meggy telling that she wants to find her hero,
Right now, I'm on a mission to find my idol, One Shot Rat.
and at one point she stops in the desert. We can see very peculiar scenes in the trailer, which we will discuss later. In fact, the video ends with the title of the film and the release date, July 8, 2023. Now let us dwell on the scenes that appear in the trailer. The first scene is about Tari, Mario, and Meggy presumably arriving toward the Western Spaghetti town, and in the second we can also see other characters, but Old West version. In the third scene we have Meggy holding a weapon. We then have some images of the possibly Western Spaghetti town with all the characters from the series. This frame even features characters who were not on the train, such as Karen. In this other scene we can guess that Swag and Chris got Bob. In these other two we have Mario and SMG4, and it is assumed to be a fight scene. We can even notice One Shot Ren and Meggy trying to grab his weapon. For a few split seconds we can see Meggy and Tari in a bedroom, both scared, and in the second scene, Tari has a weapon and maybe she has to make a decision to save her friends. In this other image we can definitely see that we have Meggy, but the other two characters look new, possibly having something to do with the town. Another scene of Meggy with a weapon and another in the bedroom, and finally one with SMG4, Luigi, SMG4, Mario, Bob, Bookins, Melanie and Psycho being captured by Swag and Chris. Maybe there was a fight. In these scenes we can see Meggy and Tari's fear and even One Shot Ren with a sniper. Then we have Tari crying with a book in her hand and scenes with other characters from the series. However, we can notice at one point that both Meggy and Tari are crying. Could it be that one of the two characters will die within the film? We don't know yet, but surely something will happen to one of the two characters within the film. Within the last video, we can link the image of Tari all glitchy to the image of SMG4 from the trailer of the old movie.
It's gonna be perfect! It's gonna be perfect! It's gonna be perfect!
However, we don't know why Tari is really scared. Maybe she knew something about this, or was she connected with the TV set? Surely, if it is either of these things, Tari did not speak up to protect her friends. Obviously this is going to be a great film that I think will bring about great changes. However, I also have another theory regarding the scene when countless characters had been captured. Could it also be that One Shot Ren is not really a legend and has completely changed roles? In fact, it is quite strange that we always find him with a weapon in his hand, as if he has some hostages. A few hours ago, again, SMG4 did not release a new video, but a live one called Get Off the Train. We can see within it the same map that can be downloaded from Steam and animations of various characters. The interesting thing is that timer in the upper left corner. By doing two calculations we find out that it refers to the release date of the new movie. These have been my theories. If you have any others, you can post them in the comments below this video. I will read them all, don't worry. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.